Hello there. Um, First of all, do y'all hear all that noise in the background? Do you hear all of those kids yelling, "Ma, ma, ma, ma"? Do you hear my husband, Christina, 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 Christina? No, you don't. You don't hear any of it, do you? You know why? Because they gone. I cannot even think. Now, I'm not home by myself. It's one other person here. Z didn't want to go, but my oldest daughter went and all of the boys went. This is as alone as it gets. And I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Do you know why? I got my bed stripped. I washed everything. I'm waiting on the comforters to dry and the pillowcases to dry. I caught up on some of my YouTube shows. I sat and did nothing. I didn't cook dinner. Nope. I went to church. I went over to my sister's house. My daughter and my niece went to Chipotle. I came home, sat down, talked to the kids for a minute. Um, my husband came home. Him and his kids was gone. I'm gonna take it. Like I said, I'm not home by myself, but this is as home alone as it get for me. Oh, and I got to take a real long shower. I got to do my Sunday self care, which is literally the only day that I put anything on my face. I just wash my face, put on some under eye stuff. I don't know what it is. My sister bought it for me, and some moisturizer. And that's all I do for the whole entire week. All the other days, I just use water on my face. And because my allergies is kicking my butt, I put a little moisturizer right here on my nose. That's it. That's all. Some lip gloss. And of course, like some shea butter or cream like this is on my feet before I go to sleep. But anyway, how are you? I hope all is well. Today is Sunday. And it's been a really good Sunday for me. It's been real chill, real laid back. But I'm here today because my husband told this story to the kids. And it's funny. Maybe not funny to you. And it wasn't funny to me for a long time, but it was funny um, watching my kids' reactions. So I just want to tell y'all the story. And you can put down in the comments what you think about the story. I want to preference this by saying I'm not a homewrecker, okay? Remember that. Also, I know some of y'all probably looking at my background. Not too much on it. Everything in my house is everywhere because I had two floods. On like Thursday, I had the upstairs flood. On a Sunday, I had the downstairs flood. So everything is everywhere. Everything is everywhere. And it's like really nothing I can do about any of it until the floors are replaced. The ceiling in my laundry room, where a lot of our laundry was, as well as we used the room for storage. Stuff was in there. So everything's everywhere. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. Okay, so you don't got to comment about why so much stuff in my room. It's my room. But let me tell y'all this story. Okay. So I don't remember the year. I have no sense of time since being in the hospital, but let me see, my daughter was born in 2006. So maybe this was like, I don't know, maybe the 2004, 2005, somewhere along those lines. I can get the details from my husband because he's going to remember everything. And mind you, he was not my husband back then, but I've been calling his husband. Well, he's been my husband for almost 20 years, so I've been seeing my husband for a very long time. So I am going to refer to him as my husband in this story, but he was not my husband back then. Anyway, so I was, I don't know what you want to call it. I was in a situation with this guy. I don't think we ever got to the point where we were formally dating, but we were going out, but I was young, I was fresh, I had a game plan, so I was working like 60 plus hours a week, first shift. He was working a job, second shift. And so we did a lot of talking on the phone. We saw each other like once or twice a month. Um, it was not a committed relationship. Okay. So, like I said, we talk on the phone and stuff. And one day, and we've been, talking on the phone for a couple of months, whatever. I did not divulge too much in his life because we were getting to know each other. So I'm just asking things here and I'm asking things there. But I was talking to one of his relatives on the phone. And I'm not going to say what relative because, people might figure out the story and figure out who it is. And I just don't need all that right now. I mean, if it happened, I'm here for it. But if it don't happen, I just don't need that right now. But it was like, well, he has a wife. And I was like, a wife? Oh my God. Like, I was pissed. I wouldn't even hurt her nothing because, like I said, we were not in a committed relationship. But I would like to know if you got a freaking wife. Like, what if she crazy? What if she stalk your phone or something and try to come after me? Like, that's the kind of stuff that was going through my head. I get crazy too. She want to get crazy with me, I get crazy with her. I get crazy. That was back then. I'm civilized now. There comes a point in your life where you gotta have something to lose, and right now, I'm at that point. So I'm civilized now. I'm not all crazy. But the relative was like, "Yeah, he got a whole wife." I was like, "Okay, noted." So then I like stopped talking to him. I didn't even tell him why or nothing. That's it for me. And then one night he came over to my house. He's just pounding on the door, pounding on the door, pounding on the door. Christina, let me in. I just want to talk to you. I'm sorry. I just want to talk to you. So at this point, I'm guessing a family member, I guess, let him know what they had told me. And so I was like, you should have told me that you had a wife. You took away the decision for me to decide if this was something that I wanted. Because one thing about me, fat, skinny, whatever, I ain't never had trouble getting nobody, okay? Never. I can pull them any size. I can pull them any way that I've ever been, and anyone that I want. You hear me? Anyone that I want. Because it's the attitude. It's who I am. It's the kind of person that I am that has always pulled anybody that I want. Anyway, I just wanted to put that in there. But I'm not a home wrecker, and now you don't put me in that situation, and that pissed me off. So that was the end of it for me, for me, but not him. He kept calling and calling and calling, texting and texting and texting, leaving me voicemails. He came up to my job and would be there my whole entire shift. Like this went on for a minute. And I alerted security because I ain't about no crazy person. I don't want to be all up in that. I don't, I'm not about it. So that had stopped. And moving forward, I started dating my husband. And I'm very upfront. I told him about the guy. It was like two guys that I had dated before I met my husband. As far as this situation, it was a married man and then just a random. So I was like, you know how you get with somebody you want to talk about, the people that you maybe recently dated or whatever, and you hope the person tells you the truth, unlike the married man. But my husband was like, cool, cool, all right. He told me about the people he were the person that he had dated before he had met me, relatively before me. I'm not worried about people from years ago or whatever. I just want to know the recent people. But anyway, so the guy that was married that I had went out on a couple dates with, again, in case you're just tuning in, I didn't know he was married. I'm gonna keep saying it because I don't want nobody to say that I'm a homewrecker, because I'm not a homewrecker. If she got you, I don't want you, okay? But I don't even know how that part happened. Like, I really should have my husband here telling the story. I don't know how they got each other's numbers. I don't know. My husband probably got his number off of a phone bill or out of my phone or whatever. I don't know how he got the number, but he got the number. So my husband and I, we are at a drive-in movie, and he calls and he's telling my husband like, oh, what she did to me, she gonna do to you, and all of this kind of stuff. My husband's like, oh, okay. Well, if she do it to me, she do that to me. And my husband's like, but I'm not married. And he was like, oh, she knew I was married, this, that, and the other. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. And that's on everything. I did not know that man was married, but him and my husband just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm like, can you please just hang up that phone and let's just get to the movie? Because, he had picked up the phone and walked off and went over by the bathrooms and everything. So I'm like, where the hell is he at? Like, the movie is playing. I don't even want to see this movie. We here because he want to see this movie. So where is he at? So I find him. We come back to the car and everything. And he was like, oh, that was, he's saying this, he's saying that. He's saying that while you been with me, you still been, he's still been coming over this, that, and the other. I am unfazed because how he gonna come over when you are literally always at my house or I'm at where you stay? So my husband wasn't really too fazed by it either. He's just kind of telling me what dude was saying. Fast forward, we get married. We have my first. Man, yeah, this is about to sound real crazy, but I'm with y'all. It's ridiculous. So my husband and his friend who knows this guy, as well as this guy's wife, they like, my husband is telling him the story, and he's like, wow, they have a business like in this area, right? It's right across the street or right next door, one of the two, from where my husband's friend is. Small freaking world, right? Small freaking world. My my husband hatches this plan. He takes a baby picture of my firstborn daughter, okay? And he prints this picture off. He have a letter drafted to this man's wife about how this is his daughter, and you know, like it's from me, like the letter is from me, talking about this is his daughter. I don't want a relationship with him, but I want him to have a relationship with his daughter. It's, I forget if how old he said the daughter was or whatever, but he sent like a baby picture. And his wife is like pissed, as she should be. And so, I mean, how they knew all of this was going to happen in one day, I don't know. But he pulls up to their business slash the wife's business, and the wife come running out. She got something in her hand. She cracking and breaking the windshield like she crazy. She going nuts. She cussing. She screaming. She flinging this picture up in his face and everything. Who is that? Who is this? He was like, I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't know who that is. So my husband and his friend are like sitting outside watching all of this go down, y'all. All of this go down. And the lady is hollering and screaming. She had clients in her business and everything. I'm trying not to say what kind of business it is because, again, I don't want to narrow this down so that people can try to figure out who this is. But that was some crazy shit, okay? Um, to this day, that man still thinks that my oldest daughter is his daughter. Um, I have not crossed paths with this man since the last time I seen him was, like I say, 2004, 2005. I don't know. I don't know the exact year or date, but it was, I want to say I met my husband like 2005, so it had to be somewhere around there. But that man to this day still thinks that my daughter is his daughter. My daughter is getting ready to be 19 years old, y'all. And I know that if I saw this man today and I was by myself, I know he would come up and talk to me and say something like he wanted me to start her. He was a terrible ass husband, but from what I saw, he loved his kids. So if he think my daughter his daughter, I don't know. I'm just glad he didn't like see me in public when my daughter was still young, because that would have been a hot mess. But um, we were in Walmart one time, and I swear I had seen him. And then when we were getting in the car, I was like, you know who I think I saw in the store? And then I said his name. And my husband was like, yeah, that was him. I was like, dang, okay, okay. It's not like I would have went up to him like, oh, hey, old friend. Hey, baby daddy. Because you're not my baby dad. I don't have a baby dad. I have a whole husband, okay? I have a father of my children. Um, but it was a crazy story. I had to leave out so many details because once I get to talking about them, like I'm gonna start blurting out names. I'm going to start saying too much occupations, and I don't want to give it away. I don't want my subscribers or people who are watching who are not subscribers subscribe. Um, so y'all can know who it is. I live in a little bitty city. It's little to me, and it might not be little to y'all, but it's little to me. And it just take one person to know a person, that everybody know the person, that everybody know what's going on, everybody know who it is, everybody gonna look at me sideways. And I don't want to be looked at sideways, but that is my story time. I don't know if I'm a good storyteller or a bad storyteller because I had to leave so much out of here, but I got some other stories that's crazy too. Like, I don't know. Y'all might think my husband is crazy or something for doing that, but Like he said some foul stuff to my husband. My husband, like he'll let stuff go. He'll make you think that you won the conversation, or you didn't win the game. You just like won a level or something, but you didn't win the game because he always gonna come back and give you what you deserved at the time or whatever. But he definitely um, came back and put a hurting on him. But I do remember him looking over at us in the Walmart, but he definitely did not approach us at Walmart. So good for him on that. Um, I don't know. I ain't never seen the man again. So, and I hope I never see him again. I don't need to see him again. But again, that was my story time. I'm laughing because I'm just remembering so many of the other details that I wish I could share, but it'll say too much, y'all. But remember, I am not a homewrecker. I did not know that he had a wife. Okay? I said that at the beginning, I said it several times throughout, and I'm saying it now because I don't want nobody else's man. I don't want nobody else's person. I don't do that. I don't do that, okay? Because I don't want nobody to do that to me. But that is my story time. I am home almost by myself, so be quiet enough for me to tell you the story. So I wanted to tell you the story. Um, I'm gonna stop this video here, and then I might start another video. But I don't like doing like super long videos because I know that when I'm watching a super long video, I might, you know, click it off if it gets to be too long. So I don't want to make this too long. But if you like this story time, please like and subscribe. And if you didn't like this story time, go look at another one of my videos. I don't have any other story times, but I got other videos. You might like one of those. So I will talk to y'all later, and the house will probably be a lot louder the next time because my kids will be home, my husband will be home. But until the next video, y'all, take care of yourself